A year ago, we got a post on Hypixel forums talking about future updates in Hypixel Skyblock. And as we scroll down, they did talk about future updates. And this is the first time we heard about the Garden update, Skyblock levels follow-up, Wizard Portal, Garden update part 2, and happening in a little while, Foraging update. Now, all of the previous ones have already happened, but Foraging update? Where are you? So, in November 9th, they did actually talk about Foraging update again, and, well, as you can see, Foraging update, we'll talk more about it when we release our 1.0 content thread. So, on May 2nd, 2023, which was pretty much half a year ago, they talked about the Foraging Island, and yes, it does look like it's gonna be a massive update, but I kinda got curious to know, well, when is it actually going to be releasing? And initially I believe that Skyblock 1.0 was supposed to come out in 2022, however, yeah, 2023 is almost coming to an end as well. We have less than 3 months of it left, meaning that we're already in Q4 of 2023, which is kind of crazy to think that actually time is flying, but also comes to think that, well, when are we going to be expecting the Foraging update? Is it actually going to be anytime soon? And is it going to be this year? Well, fingers crossed that it will be this year, because I mean, they talked about it literally a year ago, so I think this update has been in the works for a very long time, and as we know, this update is gonna be massive. Now, why would it be such a massive update? Well, the reason is simple, because it's gonna be maybe on 1.19 or like newer versions of Minecraft, meaning that they actually have much more cooler things they can actually do with Skyblock, which is very, very cool to see. However, we're gonna be focusing on the Foraging update today. And, well, from this thread, let's quickly highlight what we're actually going to be seeing, and then I'm gonna give you guys my speculations as well. So, anyways, the Foraging Island will have trees, but new ones, each with their own new collection, which is very nice to see that there's gonna be new collections. Then there's gonna be a new axe mechanic called Sweep, which controls how many logs an axe can break. For example, the jungle axe has 9 sweep and tree capitator has 35 sweep, but some trees will have quite resistant, and 35 sweep won't cut 35 logs at once, meaning that maybe with 35 sweep you're gonna get like 20 logs maybe. But anyways, various new features may roam the island, most of them peaceful, but some hostile. So it's gonna be interesting, because before the Foraging Island was peaceful, however now it seems that you gotta stay vigilant. But anyways, those creatures are a fresh take on Foraging own Heart of the Mountain system. We call them critters. It would require capturing, raising, combining, or merging creatures to provide selection of passive abilities. And finally, you don't have to worry about other players cutting trees before you do, and in fact, you might prefer cutting trees with other players. Now, reading that part, oh my god, I remember the days when I actually used to do foraging, and one of the worst areas was probably the jungle area. Luckily, as we all know, nobody really does foraging anymore, but it would be really annoying if you had like even just one more person here with a tree capitator, counting yourself. It was terrible to cut trees. And well, this actually gives me like flashbacks, like, you know, cutting trees down together gives me flashbacks to primary school when I used to play RuneScape with my boys, and we would go break willow trees or oak trees, and you would literally just stand there and break the tree, which was in terms, it was very boring grind, but you know, if you got foraging 99 or woodcutting 99, you get a pretty cool cape, so definitely worth it, you know, and it was really good for the money. So that's the thing that I'm hoping, that the new foraging update is gonna be another great money making method. As we all know, garden is probably one of the best places where to start with money, then you want to move over to mining probably, and it would be cool if they make foraging as another step for making lots of money. But one thing which is also good to note, and something that we should not miss out on, is that Well, they say we always aim to create fresh and exciting gameplay experiences with each new Skyblock island, appealing to both current players and those who haven't yet found their niche in Skyblock. Keep in mind that those are some ideas, but we're playing around with it and heavily may change during the development. So this means that it kind of says that it's gonna be for like late game players, but also early game, which would be very nice, because that would mean that you don't necessarily need to get prepared for the foraging update. Now, foraging is probably one of the worst skills that I have, and even though it's not maxed out or anything, I'm still on the top, like, which is crazy. I'm on the top 13,000 out of 23 million players. Like, hello, like, we haven't really done much foraging, you know? However, since there are gonna be new collections, I'm not sure if you can actually properly prepare yourself for the, foraging update. One thing that I think maybe could be good is getting foraging level to a certain level, because assuming that the new update comes out, there will be new tools, etc, etc, that will be, for instance, on top of the tier 3 capitator or whatever it may be. So maybe you're gonna require a certain level to access them. So in that case, I would definitely recommend to get the foraging level up to a little bit, but probably with the new foraging update, getting the foraging XP will be a lot faster. But would there be any investments that you could do before this? Well, it's hard to say, because I would assume that there's gonna be new tools, new armor for foraging, which would be really cool to see. But do you guys think there would be also pets for it? Because if there are gonna be new pets for foraging as well, that would be amazing. But right now, monkey pet, for instance, is amazing. Then the ocelot pet, I think. If I can find it. I cannot even remember how it looks like. It's been this long since I did foraging. Let's just take a look in here, because I literally don't remember. I'm pretty sure, yeah, ocelot, yep. Foraging pet, lovely. So these pets maybe could be a good investment if there's not going to be any pets releasing. And technically, I mean, you could potentially like try to see if there's going to be some leaks coming out one day. If there will be, maybe they will tease what kind of recipes you need. So there might be some investment potentials as well. But in terms of like, should you invest into wood? It's hard to say, because they said new logs are gonna be there, so new collections, but maybe you still require some, I don't know, jungle wood, for instance. So it might be still actually pretty decent idea to make some investments. Hard to say with that. We'll have to wait until the update is a little bit closer, but I really hope that it's gonna come out before the end of the year. That would be really nice to see. Fingers crossed for that. And let me know in the comments down below, when do you think is foraging update gonna come out, and are you excited for it? Thank you so much for watching till the end. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.